Howdy, folks. What's going on? We are live, but nobody is listening at the moment. Let's see. Well, we got a thumbs up, so somebody's out there. Hey, RL, what's going on? Georgia, how you doing? Well, you guys are up late. RL, are you on the road? Hey, Two Live. You people must not have any lives to be up this late at all. Ghost. Damn, the whole crew's awake. Shit. Ghost, I'm gonna shoot you a link if you want to come in here, buddy. It's over on the gun channel side. You want a link there, Ariel? Hey, Ringo. There ain't nothing wrong with eating leftovers, brother. I eat leftovers all the time. Hey, Zippy, how are you? Let's see if I can figure this one out right here. There we go. Ariel, I just emailed you a link if you want to jump in here. Hey, man, there ain't nothing wrong with some KFC. That's good stuff right there. Now it has been, I guess, it's been over a year since I've had KFC, and I don't really know why. I love the stuff. Extra crispy, of course. If you're gonna do it, then you do it right. And RL has brought the booze. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Well, guys, I had an interesting day today. Headed out early for work. Was gonna go by the gun shop, pick up that GP100. Well, I got to the gun shop. You know, filled out the Nix form. He got on the phone, called him up, and I waited for 45 minutes while he was on the phone with these people and never got actually to talk to anybody to put in the information. So I had to leave because I had to get to work. After I'd been gone about, I guess, 20 minutes, the phone rang, and it was the gun shop, and they're normally closed on Sundays. And he explained to me, well, everything's fine. It went through. You can come pick the gun up. He says, what I'm going to do is I'll open the store up tomorrow so you can actually come in and pick it up. So, and I thought that was just cool shit right there. Apparently, the Nix system was overloaded today. I think the panic buying has started. Yeah, it was cool. He's like, one of you call us tomorrow morning when you leave your house. We'll meet you here. open up, give you your gun, pay for your stuff, do what else you got to do, and you'll have it tomorrow. So, hey, John Z, how you doing, buddy? But I did promise this morning that I would be on tonight to give some kind of update. And there it is. Hey, Philo, how you doing, buddy? Well, you guys are all up late tonight. Let's see here. John, I'm going to shoot you a link too. If I can find your name here. There you are. If you'll check over on the gun channel side, you got a link, John. Well, normally I'm in and out of there in less than 10 or 15 minutes, dude. I mean, it's not normally not an issue at all. And for it to take them 45 minutes while I'm standing there and then 20 minutes after I leave to get through to them. So apparently people are going nuts. Found out some more information that I didn't know. Apparently, I think he said it was his wife gives the CCW course. So I'm going to be talking to him about that tomorrow as well when I go pick up the pistol. Hey, Alaska, how are you? Hey, I don't, you know what? How about this? Watch this. Watch this. There you go. I can't make it any easier than that, guys. I mean, how easy is that? You want to come in, come on in. Fuck it. You might have to actually copy that link, but there it is. First come, first serve. We got 10 slots open. Well, 9 slots anyway. I'm sure there's a few 2-bit content creators, want to self promote out there. Surprised Midnight hasn't jumped in here yet. I sent him a link before I even opened up the Hangouts. Unless Mohawk Boy went to bed early, just decided he couldn't take it no more. Damn Travo. So what's been going on, y'all? Anything special happening on this Saturday or Sunday morning now? What'd y'all do Saturday? Anybody go shooting? Anybody go to the range? He was messing around with a tactical snowman, huh?
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, John. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Tired, man.
Yeah, same here, bro.
Long day today.
I was trying to log in on the gun channel side, but I couldn't see the message. It's not showing up the direct messages, so I'm glad you put the link up on the in the chat itself.
It actually worked. Huh.
And in the link on the YouTube, yeah. But don't leave the link over there though.
I ain't worried about it.
Yeah. But on the gun channel side, I couldn't see it. I'm on my phone now. That's why.
I can get the messages on the phone. The problem is when I actually join a hangout with it like that, I can't see a side chat or anything else. So if anybody says anything to the side, I'm just out of the loop.
Yeah, me too, pretty much. So,
And
did you get the GP100 or?
no, I did not. I was just
Okay.
explaining that. No, the Nick system was backed up horribly.
Again, Jesus Christ! Everybody seems to be saying that.
I went in to pick it up. Dude, I waited in that shop for 45 minutes with him on the phone waiting to connect to somebody to give the information to him, right?
Right.
I had to leave. I had to work because I was going to be late if I didn't go when I did. And he called about 20 minutes after I left, said he finally got through and everything was okay. I can come pick up the gun. And he said he was going to open the shop up tomorrow. And he's normally closed on Sundays. But he said he'd open it up tomorrow so I can just come in and pick it up.
Russ
So,
Russ says his bulldog is farting. It's war.
okay, well, Russ, I really don't know what to say to that. I'm at a loss for words, and that don't ever happen. Hey, Gary, how you doing, buddy? Gary, you want a link? I posted it in the lobby a few minutes ago.
What's up, Gary?
Here, I'll post it some bitch again. It don't bother me.
Holy shit! RL says 1,000 case of 5.56 was over $1,000. Holy crap!
1,000 case. Where the hell did you see that?
For $1,000. Holy doo doo. Zippy says he picked up an SKS for $150. Really?
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad at all. What condition is it in, Zippy?
Hey, Russ, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, you two sexy bastards.
Now, there's only one sexy bastard here.
But John's sexy too.
Well, I'll tell you who I was talking about was John. Nobody's ever claimed, accused me of being sexy, ever. Holy shit, Gizzard, you showed up and kicked poor John right on out of here.
Well, my God. Well, how's it going?
It's going, buddy.
How time somebody livened up Saturday night?
No. I had promised this morning that I was going to do an update on the GP100, and this is it. I'm still GP100-less at this moment. That's the update.
I saw that.
I am still GP100-less.
Got held up on your background check.
The background check's fine. He called me and told me, he says, look, the background check went through. I know it would. They ain't finding shit on me. There ain't shit there to find. But the issue was, it's just the Nix is backed up. People are panic buying again. And that's what it boils down to.
Of course, if you had that concealed carry license, you wouldn't have to worry about this.
Well, yes, I realize that. And like I said earlier, I found out, I think he said it was his wife that does the course. So I'm going to talk to him in the morning when I go to pick up the gun.
How much do they charge for the course?
Like I said, I'm going to get all that information tomorrow.
Okay.
And hopefully I can arrange it so it's on one of my days off, so I can just go in, do the 8 hours, get it over with.
I think mine it was on a Sunday.
Well, see, I work on Sundays.
Yeah.
See, the 2 days I have off now are Mondays and Tuesdays. So that sort of puts me in a interesting situation.
Well, if they did it on Sundays, it would be okay because you'd be off on Monday. But if they do it on a Saturday, you'd have to go to sleep and then be back at work again. So
Uh,
I don't know too many
here,
places that would have it on
here's the
Sunday though.
problem. It's an 8 hour course, and I start work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, you if it's on a Saturday, you can't do that.
I couldn't do it on a Sunday either.
Yeah, that's true.
Generally, the 8 hour courses are 4 hours, a lunch break, and 4 hours. So you may be able to take it 2 days in a row.
Well, some places do that, but I'd rather do it in just one day and get it over with. And I ain't worried about a lunch break. Let's run it. Come on.
Do you think your boss maybe would help you out and switch it for one of the days?
Nah. Hell, my boss is in Belize right now.
Okay.
He bought himself or is building a house in Belize. He sold one and he's building another.
Yeah, my heart goes out to him.
Yeah. It's must be nice. Except I wouldn't live in Belize. Damn
You'd have to be
cartels and drugs and
you'd have to be a Belizer to live in Belize.
mhm. And you can't own firearms. And see, I will not live in a country where I cannot have my guns.
Absolutely.
So, which means I'm pretty much stuck in the United States.
And that's not a bad thing.
No, that's not a bad thing. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining at all. Hopefully, we will still have the right to keep and bear arms a year from now, but we shall see.
Fingers crossed.
And many prayers being said.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have no clue what happened with the horses, Mia. I was going to call the sheriff's department this morning, but they're closed, of course. The only way to get a hold of anybody there is to call 911 right now until Monday. So, who knew the police took the weekend off? uh,
Well, and you work them all one night trying to chase a horse. Probably had to have some rest.
well, no, that wasn't the issue. When I called them last night about the whole horse thing, they they said that the officer that was supposed to come was a woman, and she was tied up with doing something else. And why I heard that, and I'm like, what? There's only one cop in the whole county. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what I'm hearing? There's only one cop working in Jasper County, South Carolina, and on a Saturday night, and she's busy.
You know what's funny? Jasper County is actually hiring right now.
You want a job, John?
I was looking.
Yeah, I could see you as a cop.
Well, I've already done the training and all of that, so
Well, if you've done the
um,
training in New York, then you're probably 10 steps ahead of anybody down here.
well, the problem is my the physical part. With my back being the way it is, I wouldn't pass the doctor's inspection.
Well, thank you, RL. Go fuck yourself.
What did he say?
If he seen me coming, he'd be running too. Yeah, talking about the horse, jackass. See,
What's wrong? It's like watching Gomer Pyle in action.
I get no respect. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, you get more respect than Night Strike does.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Is that saying much though?
We actually talked to you.
Hey, Nutstruck has a lot of people that talk to him.
About him, yes.
Night Strike ain't that bad.
No, Night Strike's a good guy.
Just don't talk politics with him.
No, because then he gets a little riled up.
Yeah.
Shall not be. Keyword is little riled up. He's not tall enough to get a lot riled up.
Shall not be.
You know he's probably listening to this, right?
I know. Don't give me shit. I don't care.
So you can expect a retaliation.
The man knows he's short. You know, that's not news.
I missed somebody's body comment. What was the body comment?
I can see Night Strike doing an adult film, and it's called The Infringer.
Dude, that's just wrong.
I know, right?
Just go up 5 lines in the chat. He said that's good info to have when you need to dispose of a body.
Oh. Yeah. See, I'm from West Virginia. Disposing of bodies ain't real hard.
How many have you disposed of?
There's a lot of empty holes in the ground called coal mines that's been abandoned for many years.
Find a pig farm. They even eat the teeth.
Ew.
Well, I'm sorry, it's the truth.
Still, ew.
Mia, where's your husband?
How did they not choke on the teeth, though?
I don't know, but apparently they can digest them.
Jesus Christ. I swallowed a tooth once. It did not feel good.
Bet it didn't feel good coming out either, did it?
I didn't check that part. Sorry.
He's in the shower. You trust him in the shower alone?
I don't need to know that.
I would be in there watching him with a fine tooth comb, make sure he don't break something.
I'm just glad he cleans himself.
I definitely did not need to know that you'd watch him.
Yeah, not watch him shower. I just, make sure nothing gets broke, or he don't hurt himself or something. He's a Travi. You can't trust him with himself.
I'm going to keep quiet on that.
I'm not.
Damn it, RL. He just put that picture in my head.
So, Mia, what's it like being married to a Travi? See, I should have saved that question for the show tomorrow night.
Well, she definitely eats good, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she does eat good. No, I don't want to watch Travis in the shower.
Oh, dear God.
You just got to make sure he don't hurt himself.
So you're like sitting in a chair watching him take a shower?
No. I'm just on. The door's shut. I'm on the other side of the door listening to make sure he don't.
I was just checking.
Yeah. No, I don't want to see him naked, dude. Come on, that's disgusting. I worked for a while as a CNA. Let me tell you, I've seen some things, some scary things.
I'm surprised you don't have PTSD.
I think he does talking about it. Well, hold on a second. So you used to be licensed as a CNA, the certification?
Yes.
That's awesome. You still have that?
No, it expired last year.
Oh, okay. But it'd be easy for you to get it then if you had it already.
It's not real hard to get.
I was thinking about doing something like that.
Here's the warning that I'm going to give you if you decide to go that route, John. Be prepared to see a lot of old wrinkled ass. And cleaning a whole lot of old wrinkled ass full of shit. And have a very strong
Okay,
stomach.
well, good night. I'll see you.
I take it we passed the 102 a long time ago.
Yeah, you said it. I think we're on 103 by now.
I think we're probably on 1015. We way up there. We in quad digits now.
Shall not be infringed.
Where is that night strike anyway?
Yeah, I know. I'm not. Me, I'm really not interested in getting back into that. I did it for a while. No more. And actually, here's the shitty part. I am making more money washing dishes than I ever did as a CNA, or as I ever did doing security work.
That's a good thing. It's unfortunate though that some jobs just don't pay, depending on where you are.
My son-in-law did security work for 2 years, and I think he made $8.50 an hour.
Most security companies hire guards at minimum wage,
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
and that's just ridiculous. People want security, they just don't want to pay for security.
No, they pay. The company just doesn't pay its guards.
Well, the way it works is this: they go in and they bid a contract, right? Let's say they bid the contract for $23 an hour, right? They're going to pay the guards minimum wage because the rest goes back to the company, which is divided into insurances, upkeep of the company, and what little bits left over goes into the owner's pockets.
One for you, three for me. One
Yeah,
for
pretty
you.
much.
Yeah.
And they always go, and normally they'll go with the lowest bidder, just like the military.
Well, that's just like anything.
So,
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
but people are starting to learn now that in security, it's like anything else. You get what you pay for.
You said it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, tell that to the TSA. Pay a shit ton for that. Look how bad that is.
Well, that's because the people running it don't give a shit.
Well, it's just like any other business, unfortunately. So you make the company money, the higher you go, and that's really what it comes down to.
Yep. Well, most you can find you if you're lucky enough to do it and find a job that hires you. You can get security jobs that's paying $18 to $24 an hour. But in places like that, it's like refineries, nuclear power plants, um, mints, high government facilities.
But you'll also be joining a union too.
So you'll have those benefits, yeah. If there are any benefits in being in a union these days.
At least where I work, our security guards are in a union.
What company do they work for?
They work for our company. They're hired direct.
Okay, so that's why. If you outsourced your security to like Securitas, Allied Martin, one of those other companies, then it wouldn't actually be Securitas. It would be crap. I used to know this shit. After 12 years doing security work, you'd think I'd have this all memorized, but it's Securitas is the absolute biggest security company in the world.
Yeah, that's who my son-in-law worked for.
Yeah, they started off. If you ever watched the old westerns, there everybody's talking about Pinkertons. Well, Pinkerton is actually Securitas. Securitas bought Pinkerton many years ago.
Okay, because we had Pinkerton out there at one time back in the 80s.
Yeah. And without Pinkerton, you would not have like the Secret Service, you would not have the CIA, and you would not have the FBI because Pinkertons are the one that started all that. That tells you how important that company was to the United States at one point.
What movie was that where the guy was the Mr. Pinkerton, and he hired that guard in the it was in the Western days. It was with a train. The 310 to
310 to
Yuma.
Yuma?
Yeah. That's the one.
310 to Yuma.
Yeah, I just watched that this week.
Excellent movie.
Yes,
Absolutely.
That reminds me, I have to put my picture on Instagram of my 310 to Yuma clone gun.
Which one is that?
The one with the cross and the grip.
Ah, the with the black grips, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Who is it Cimarron that makes that?
Well, mine is a Ruger Vaquero, but I got the grips made.
Very nice.
I know there is a company that actually puts that out. I can't remember if it's Uberti or Cimarron.
I know there's one out there. I just don't remember which one it is.
I mean, Uberti makes some really nice clones.
Yes, they do. They make some beautiful pistols.
Yeah, I got a couple of their outlaws.
I would like to have one of the 1858 Remingtons converted over to cartridge. There's actually a name for it, and I can't remember what it is right off the top of my head right now.
The outlaw?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the outlaw.
Okay. Well,
That's
there you go.
You remember?
And it would fit your name perfectly.
Yeah. I would love to have one of those.
My favorite ones are I don't know if Cimarron makes them, but I know Uberti makes them, the replicas with the octagonal barrels. Those are really nice.
I always thought those Remingtons were a better looking revolver than the old Colt Peacemakers.
Oh yeah, they're sexy as hell. Just like the Ruger Old Armies, which are Remington clones.
Oh, they had those in the. I just watched actually a couple of days ago the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yep.
You remember the shop that he went into? The guy's pulling out and he's saying, "Here's a Ruger, here's your whatever," and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That was such a funny movie.
It was a good movie for what it was.
I want to get a hold of a couple of those Lamat remakes.
Now those are the ones with the shotgun on the bottom of them, and the 45 on top.
Yeah, it's I think they're 38s. They're 38 caliber, 9-shot 38 caliber with a shotgun barrel.
What caliber is that?
Shotgun barrel's 28 gauge, and I think they're 38 or 44 caliber.
With 9 shots? Holy crap!
Yeah, they were huge. And if I'm not mistaken, weren't those break action?
No, they were muzzle loaders.
Was they? Okay. I know they had a break action.
I know there was a conversion someone made. They also had one in that that show on HBO, The West, whatever the hell that is, where they did a 38 cartridge conversion.
That's a top 5 Matt ought to do. I want to talk to him about that. Top 5 Old West guns, or top 10. We could probably get away with 5, but
yeah, I think 10 would be a little harder.
10 would be hard, because most people's going to stop after the, they'd get the Winchester, of course. it is the gun that won the West, so to speak. And then there's the Colt 45s, Peacemakers. Let's see, there was the 1858 Remingtons. The Lamats wasn't really all that popular in the West. I'm sure
1897 shotguns.
Yeah. Coach guns too. And depending on, you could get real specific with the coach guns because so many companies made them.
Oh, the Smith & Wesson Russian model. That's a gorgeous gun. That's another one I want to get.
Oh, we forgot the Sharps rifle. How the hell did we leave out of Sharps? Come on.
Yeah, but the Sharps were for their rich hoity-toity people.
That's what the U.S. Cavalry carried. It's also what cost Custer an ass whooping. His troops had Sharps, the Indians had Winchesters, or I think it was Winchesters or Henrys.
Yeah, Henry's, I believe. Well, same. Henry is a Winchester. Well, Henry, yeah, you know what I mean.
Custer's hit harder, but the Indians fired a hell of a lot faster. And that made all the difference. What is that beeping noise I hear?
Oh, man.
Not me.
Weird.
I'm muted, so it ain't me.
I keep hearing a beep, 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 beep. It's weird.
It's the aliens. They're trying to communicate with you.
Wait a minute. Gary, say something.
Hello!
It's coming from you, Gary.
Ain't no beeping coming.
I'm telling you.
Right here, there's nothing beeping in this house.
Yep, it's scary.
You hear it?
What the hell?
It's a really high-pitched beep, almost like your microphone stand is shaking or something.
I don't have a microphone stand. It's just a webcam.
Is there a wire that you don't see? Maybe someone's jumped in your house and put a wire.
Yeah, you're being bugged, Gary.
Yeah.
Let me try something here.
Try laying an egg, Gary.
I didn't hear it that time.
Okay, is it still doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't hear a thing here. Let me get out and come back in. I'll join back up here in a couple minutes.
Well, you don't have to leave. You're fine.
Well, not if I'm doing weird things.
We'll know if you're doing weird things and we don't really want to know.
I'll be
it's not just watching you taking a shower.
No, like I said, it's the Russians. They've got your house bugged because they know you work in a nuclear plant.
No, they found out Gary's going to be working on the new in the presidential race. They want to hire him.
Ah.
They want him to make memes.
Comrade Getty, make us a meme.
Chicken man. Hello, comrade chicken.
Comrade chicken. Hey, I wonder if the Russians have a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I'm pretty sure they're everywhere.
Well, I know they got a McDonald's in Russia.
Yeah, then if they got a McDonald's, they definitely got to have a KFC.
I wonder if it's the same recipe as we use here.
That I don't know.
They use vodka.
Vodka.
Better.
We're gonna batter your chicken in vodka tonight. I hope you enjoy it.
Man, my dog just passed gas gauge. Jesus.
No.
Would you go away?
When I was a kid, going to KFC to get a bucket of chicken was like an experience. It didn't happen often, right? So when Mom looked at us and said, "We're going to go get a bucket of chicken," we were ecstatic. And that was a big deal at the house. A bucket of chicken, wow! And they didn't have the same kind of biscuits or rolls that they have now. Back then, these things were, I don't know what they were, but they were freaking awesome. They were delicious, soft, and they just melt in your mouth.
You know what? My favorite thing at KFC right now, when I do go, which is hardly ever, are the mixed bowls with the corn.
Hell yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, they're world famous bowls.
Yeah.
You know
And
what?
you
I
don't have
like,
your hands dirty.
and now you can go to a KFC and they got a lot of them's got this all you can eat buffet thing going. Oh,
Okay, how's it going now? Do you still hear a beep?
yep,
Yeah, don't worry, Gary. Don't worry about it.
it's still there. But
Well, something's seriously wrong because I can't hear anything on my end at all.
It's just the Russians. Don't worry about it.
no, we're not. It's the Russians or the Chinese. You're okay, dude. They got your house bugged. And, there's probably 5 or 6 little hidden cameras looking at you right now. I hope you're not sitting there in your underwear.
Oh, what if I
Now,
was?
why that?
Well, now think about it.
Well,
You
please
got
don't
you.
think about Gary in his underwear.
No, no, no. The Russians are looking at Gary right now, or the Chinese, and they're listening to this conversation and watching Gary sitting at his desk, talking away and typing away.
It's the North Koreans. I don't know.
Ugh, that's a scary thought. Having the North Koreans watching you.
I don't know what they're watching exactly. But
We love you long time.
I don't think that was a North Korean. In fact, I'm pretty sure that was a little short Vietnamese girl.
Kim
But
Jong Il order
but
food.
the question is, do you remember what movie that line was from?
Full Metal Jacket.
Exactly. Very good. You have just won the door prize.
And what is the door prize?
You get to say hello to John Z.
Hello, John Z.
Yeehaw!
good day.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That was a great freaking movie. It really was.
The first half was one of the best movies ever made. The second half was, eh.
Wait, they came out with the Full Metal Jacket too?
No, he was talking about the first half of the movie and the second half of the movie.
Oh, okay.
They were literally two different movies. The first half was one director. The second half was another director.
They didn't have the budget, so they had to stop in the middle.
Pretty much. Had you ever notice though? It seemed like the way it was filmed completely changed between those two halves too.
Yeah, it's because of the director, and they were also filmed quite a length apart from each other, and one was filmed in one country and one was filmed in another country. I mean, it was two films put together.
I'm gonna have to watch it again because I don't remember the movie. I watched the movie, but I don't remember too much of it.
It was a good movie. It really was. The whole sniper scene I thought was really good. And when you find out the sniper was actually a woman.
Sniper chicks are hot.
Well,
Not when they're cut in half.
Now this one wasn't too hot. She was she got rather fucked up, and then she got shot in the face.
Okay, that part is not so sexy.
No. It didn't actually show her getting shot in the face, but from the tone that it was going, and the way they were talking after the trigger was pulled, it was a gruesome sight.
Well, even the writing was completely different between the first and second half. The first part of the writing was very realistic, funny as hell. Exactly what happens. The second part was kind of corny.
Yeah, but
so
you got to remember
corny.
the
Corny.
the first part was they're going through boot camp and they're getting yelled at, screamed at, So I would say that they were trying to say that they're on their toes and they're keeping themselves sort of reserved, whereas the second part of the movie they're in Vietnam and they're loosened up a little bit. They figure they can get away with a bit more at this point.
Hey, Ellis. RL
Yeah.
says you're ignoring him over in the chat.
Of course I'm ignoring him. It's RL. God. This is like a Yankee chat. They're completely ignoring us. A night in Ellis's basement. Let's see. What else at RL? Kinda hard to puff past with the old man, huh? Let's see. Oh, Gary.
Hey, Russ.
I see you touching yourself.
I got a question for you. What is the big bore gun you have on one of your Instagram photos? It's like a huge ass barrel on that thing.
Huge ass barrel. Well, there's a couple of them. There's I have you're talking about the one where there's two guns in the same picture. Both one's a Thompson Center and the other one's a Taurus.
Is that the 627?
No, it's a 66. It's a 6612 SS. It's a 12-inch barreled model 66 357 7-shot.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's a nice one, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of a rare gun. I did have the 12-inch barreled 454 Casull, but someone gave me more money than it was worth, so they took it.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, but that was my competition silhouette gun for quite a while. But the cylinder gap started opening up on it. And it started eroding the barrel from the rounds I was running in it.
Really?
Yeah, for silhouette, when you're running a 357, I'm running 180 grain bullets with number 9 or H110 powder. So I'm trying to fling them as hard as I can, and it'll burn a barrel throat pretty quick.
What is that steel if it lets it rust?
Well, it's not rusting; it's burning it away. It's stainless steel. It's just like any other gun, but you will flame cut the frames and you will erode the forcing cone.
So you're basically creating pitting on the barrel when you have such hot loads.
Yeah, it's a torch. I mean, you're cutting steel.
Man, I can only imagine the muzzle flash on the flash from that thing.
It's pretty impressive. We had a Creedmoor match one time with it, and I had to run a leather bib on my leg because it started elephant earring so bad it was shoving pieces of lead into my leg.
Wow.
That's what happens when they start doing that. And that was the last time I used it for competition. It's still safe to shoot, but the barrel gap had opened up past 0.003 of an inch. Then you can't use it for Creedmoor competition anymore.
That's when it starts losing its timing, right?
Timing was still good on it. I always kept that in check because Tauruses are kind of known for that. But since it's a 66, you can put Smith & Wesson parts in it. It's just like a Smith & Wesson 66. All the parts fit. They just need to be fitted for the gun.
Okay.
So, is there any way to repair that, or maybe change the barrels out or something?
Yeah, I can cut another thread on the barrel and move the barrel back another 0.02 of an inch, and it'll be fine. But I still have that gun too, but it's just used now for just plinking.
Hmm.
So I'm guessing the loads you have on it are not as hot.
No, they're more in the line of standard rounds. I shoot 38s and 158 grain 357s out of it. It's fine. But if I start trying to push a 180 grain bullet at 1,200 feet a second, it's going to start blowing a lot of flames.
After 158, there's like what, 162, or go straight up to 180?
I've got all the way up to 210 for bowling pin shooting.
Damn.
And 210s are basically they're just a giant wad cutter.
That is a heavy 357 round, though.
Yeah, you shoot them at, like for a bowling pin shooting, I'll use a 4-inch 357, and I'll use a 210 grain, which it's a giant cylinder bullet, and I'm only pushing it 650 feet a second, but when it hits the pin, it hits the pin.
So it's really not traveling at extreme speeds. It's just a heavy fucking load.
Yeah, it's like shooting a 45 ACP out of a revolver. You're going to use a heavy, slow bullet.
Yeah, sorry, it said I was removed from the chat. I'm back.
You know what I think I would do? I would get some 185 45 ACPs and shoot them through a revolver.
Yeah, I got that too. And matter of fact, it's a Taurus. For the large caliber, large bore revolver class, I use a Taurus Tracker 45 ACP revolver, and I run 155 grain bullets through it.
That tracker is pretty
Or 255 grain, sorry.
What speed are you getting out of that?
Yeah, the tracker's nice because it's ported. It's a 4-inch barrel. It's ported. It doesn't move. It's real soft shooting.
We lost Gary.
Brain semi wad cutter. You know, I have never fired a wad cutter or semi wad cutter through my 1911.
Is that like firing a slug from a shotgun?
What?
A semi wad cutter is a flat nosed, just piece of lead is what a wad cutter is.
Right. Well, the reason I asked that is because Russ is saying he's loading them at 210 grain. So I'm just picturing like a slug from a shotgun.
Yeah, it's a pin. The bullet never changes diameter. It's 3.57 all the way down. So it's just a large chunk of lead.
That's a wad cutter. He was talking about a semi wad.
Oh no! I was just referring to the regular 210 grain.
Oh, okay. The wad cutters actually sit flush with the case. The semis come out of the case a bit, but
so they're sitting a little deeper.
Oh yeah, I mean they're pretty much right on the case. But I've never fired wad cutters. I have shot semis out of a 357. But I've never tried one in a 45 ACP 1911. I'm not even sure this thing would feed them.
I think the 1911s can fire almost anything. No.
Depends on 1911.
Yeah, this is true.
You got semi-automatic handguns are finicky. Some of them will take some types of ammunition great. It won't feed others for shit. And they'll fire, you lay 15 boxes of bullets out there and it'll fire all of them, but some of them it just shoots a hell of a lot better than it does others.
Hey Russ, you don't have to mute yourself. We can still smell the dog when it farts.
And besides that, we're used to smelling John Z, so the dog fart ain't gonna bother us.
Hey, you got that right. The dog farts have nothing on my farts.
Yeah. And I've done
Just
whole
saying.
shows. I have done whole shows alone with John Z. Let me tell you, it's and when you get him and just him and Midnight in there, or him and Night Strike in there at the same time, oh God,
I bet that is pretty smelly.
it gets rough. That's almost as bad as Biker Bob taking off his boots.
Or his shirt.
We don't want to talk about his shirt, dude. Come on now.
I've seen those live chats.
That's not for decent human beings to experience.
That's not for human consumption.
Well, Hatfield couldn't be smelling John Z's hair. There's not much left.
Yeah, you got that right.
Ooh.
Hey, we all have the same hairdo.
Pretty much.
I embrace it. If it turns loose, it won't turn gray.
Mine just keeps sliding down my back.
I don't even know what. I don't want to know what that looks like.
Well, here's what I'm afraid of. My hair's going to end up doing what my grandpa's did. It's going to, stop growing on my head and start growing out my ears.
I want the two-hair Homer Simpson look.
Oh, I got that. My wife calls them my Homer hairs.
Those are the ones you never touch.
You can't cut these because if I cut these, I'll look funny.
I won't have no hair.
I love the guys I still see on the street, and they're combing their hair, and they have like 5 hairs from one end of the ear to the other end.
Wow. The things we discuss on my shows this late at night. Then again, we discuss the same crap.
We're
on
talking
my
about
show.
regular hair, not pubes.
Yeah, I understand where this conversation is. I'm not that far gone. I'm extremely tired right now, but I'm not quite that far gone.
I slept for like an hour or two, I think, and I woke up. I just couldn't sleep anymore.
Well, see, I just got home from work, and I got a total of about 3.5 hours sleep last night. So I'm doing good.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
You got more sleep than I get sometimes in a couple of days.
Last week I worked 14 hours a day and didn't get much sleep at all. So, I'm still dragging.
Thank God for our weekends.
I remember days like that.
I honestly don't want to remember those days at all. It was hard.
Yes, it was. And you were so tired when you get home, you don't want to do anything. You just want to vegetate. Just leave me
the
hell
problem
alone.
is when you're working so long and you get home, you're so overtired. You're not even able to relax. Your body, it takes forever for it to unwind.
Yep. It takes 2 or 3 hours to unwind, and then you got 2 hours to get until you have to get up to go back to work.
Exactly.
And then if you're like me, you live an hour away from where you work. So.
Yep, same here.
So you figure it's an hour drive there, an hour drive back. You're getting 2-3 hours sleep, maybe. If that.
Well, there's 2 hours down alone that you're not able to rest, just trying to get to work and get home.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, Friday I was so pissed they have construction on the only main road on my side of town to get to my side of town. It took an hour and a half for me to get home. I was pissed by the time I got home.
Jesus Christ, talk about taking the roundabout.
Yeah, all the traffic from my side of town had to go down these two little narrow roads, and it was stop and go traffic the whole time.
That sucks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call this one done. I am beat and I need to get some sleep. So I do have work tomorrow again. Yay. So I'm going to candy my ass out here, you know.
Well, before you go, happy St. Patty's Day to everybody.
Is that today?
Yeah, I believe they're having a parade tomorrow, so it's today or tomorrow.
Well, damn. See, I don't even keep up with that shit.
I didn't even get my green beer.
I just want to see the little green people.
Well, I'm sure Clover will be on later. You can look at him.
Yeah.
You know, the little.
Well, that makes up
leprechaun.
for it.
So everybody be expecting a hello later on today, sometime or another, from the tactical leprechaun. If it is indeed St. Patty's Day.
I believe it is, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, I know time changes next Sunday, so.
What, already?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep. Time changes back next Sunday, so.
Not for me.
Sprung.
I live in Arizona. We don't change time.
Lucky guy. I wish they'd get rid of that shit completely.
But that means where they do change time, we get an extra hour, right?
No, it's spring forward, fall back.
Oh, okay.
So you
we
actually lose an hour.
Crap. Hey, chicken man.
You're actually going to lose an hour of sleep this week there, John.
Yeah. No, it's not like I get that much. It's not like some of us get that much sleep anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the things we do for, you know, money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even think it's worth it. And then I look at the new toys that I buy. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, that's worth it. I actually got to touch the gun today, even if I didn't get to bring it home. I took it out of the box, looked it over. Looks good. Looks real good.
Is it new?
Yeah, it's brand spanking new.
Freaking awesome, man.
Yep.
So you'll be able to go back Monday to pick it up?
No, I'm going back today to pick it up.
Oh, he's open Sunday. Okay, good.
No, he's not open Sunday, but he's going to open the shop up just so I can come back and pick that gun up tomorrow. Or later today.
Now that's why we need to keep mom and pop shops open.
Amen.
Hell yeah.
You know, well, every time I go in there, like if I make a transfer at his shop, I'll buy a box of ammunition to go with whatever gun I bought. So I'm always putting money back into his hand too. You know. And I was talking to him today, and he had a couple of items in there that caught my eye. He's got these cool, I think they're like Dixie Derringers or some shit. They're cool little sumbitches. And one of them was like a 22 mag. And I thought, that'd make a hellacious little pocket gun.
North American makes something like that too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I got a couple North American 22 mag revolvers.
This was just a little bitty 2-shot Derringer and 22 Magnum. I was like, I like that.
How much are those going for?
He had one for $250, and I can't remember what the other one was.
That's actually not bad.
And he does I asked him if he did any layaway today, which I didn't ask him when he was on my show, and he actually said he does a 1 month layaway, so I could probably pull some things off with him too.
Like you can give him like 50% off, 50%, and then just pay it as you go.
Yeah, that's what he does. He does a 50% down, and then you pay the other 50 in a month.
That's pretty cool because a lot of places don't do that. So that's a big deal, especially if you have credit cards to do it.
Well, see, normally I can't afford just to walk into a gun shop and buy a gun right out.
Yes.
I ain't got the funds to do that. And you know, it's like Tombstone Tactical. You can do layaways online. Grab a gun. You can do 90-day layaways online. And 90-day layaway, if you can't get a gun out in 90 days, there's something wrong.
You're not working hard enough.
Yeah, you know, when I put a layaway on, normally I pay about $100 a week. Okay, so I will take in 90 days. I will take 1 week, and I'll say, okay, I want this down to a even number. So let's say I owe 575. Well, the first payment I do will be a $75 payment just to get it down to 500 even, and then it's just $100 a week after that. For 5 weeks, and it's your gun.
And this way, at least during those weeks, you keep some money in your pocket still.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I'm normally really good about spending money, and knowing where my money goes. But with a paying it weekly like that, it's just easier for me instead of just trying to save it up in the bank account, because
Absolutely.
you know if the money's out of the account, then I know it's paid, and I don't have to guess on how much I have in the account or how much I need to save. I know, and I always save those receipts, so I can always go back and look and say, okay, well, I've paid 300, I owe 300 more, and then it's mine. And that's what I tell people. If you want to buy decent guns, you don't have to put yourself in a hole to do it. You know, find one of these online retailers that does the 90-day layaway, and there's lots of them. Or you can lease. There are several companies out there that are now leasing guns.
What the hell?
Yeah, and then what you do is, you fill out the form, and they ship the gun to you as soon as possible, and then you just make installments.
How much more do they are they charging you in interest?
I'm not sure. It's not a whole lot.
Yeah, yeah, but you still got to be careful and make sure you find out all those
Oh
details.
yeah, yeah. Well, Grab a Gun does the leasing thing.
Right.
Um, and there's a lot of other Fontaine. I can't remember. It's Fontaine Firearms, I think it is.
Who the hell would have joined with that account?
I don't know. Who is it? Wow.
Hazard.
Hey,
Hey
Gary.
Gary, welcome back.
Yeah, it's just the wrong account. I gotta fix that. Hold on.
Hey, you didn't pay your layaway off, so the internet says,
But yeah, man, if you can lease guns, they'll ship it to you, and it's yours. All you got to do is make the payments on it. So there's options, guys. If you want to get something specific and you ain't got the money right off the bat, put it in layaway, or do the leasing thing. And Sean Connery, that's how he gets a lot of his guns. He just leases them. Makes the payments, and after the last payment, it's his.
So is that really leasing or is that more financing?
Well, financing, leasing.
I guess they just use the term leasing because that's what they use, I guess.
Yeah. Well, some use financing, some use leasing. It's the same thing, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, and I do the same thing. I got like 3 or 4 gun stores, and I'll put one in layaway, and when I pay it off, I put another one in, and when I pay it off, I put another one in.
Well, see, that's here lately. That's I mean, this Ruger will be number 5 that I've bought since December. So I gave one of those 5 away. Believe it or not, I had an AR built for a friend of mine, his first gun. So I wanted to have something decent. So I had somebody build him an AR and gave it to him. I
Yeah,
paid for everything.
I have some friends at work, and I bought them uppers and lowers for Christmas, and then gave my shopping list of parts to get, and then we put them together.
You
That's
know,
awesome.
I have never built an AR, but I would love to get all the stuff together, all the tools to do it, and build one from the ground up, and put exactly what I want into it.
It's adult Legos.
Yeah.
They go together pretty easy.
I would say that if you wanted to spend a whole lot of money, you could probably build an AR that's just as good as any SCAR out there if you wanted to put the money into it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not hard to build a good gun.
But do you really need something that expensive?
No, if you do your diligence and clean the parts up and take any burrs off of them, you're going to wind up with a really, really good gun. The biggest thing for accuracy is the barrel. It doesn't. Receivers don't matter. All the other crap don't matter. That's the main thing for accuracy. And then um, all the other parts, clean them up. It doesn't matter if they're a slightly different color of black.
And you all also got to remember that don't always go cheap on every part. I'm pretty sure there's some parts that need to be better than others, right?
Well, your lower parts kit is the main thing. Is cheap parts are not hardened correctly. So you want to make sure you have a good trigger group, you have good pins.
Okay.
And then your handguard, the barrel nut is very important. That it comes with a good barrel nut because that's what holds the barrel to the receiver. But your bolt carrier, not too important. The bolt head is. So
When you fire your gun, you want to make sure the barrel doesn't fall off with it.
yeah, well that's the thing is the bolt head locks into the barrel. That's where all the pressure is. So if those two match up good and you have a good barrel nut, it's going to be a good gun.
I'd like to find an AR pattern rifle with a side charging handle. I've not seen one. I'm sure there's some out there.
Oh, there's tons of side charging uppers.
I would like to have one.
Just get an AK.
Oh, I intend to get an AK. In fact, he had an arsenal in the shop today that I was drooling over. I was like, oh.
Well, don't say that too loud. You'll make Chris jealous.
Mm. Oh, he also had one, or I think it was one or two Segas in there. Nice guns.
Those are the Segas are expensive, right?
Mm.
No, I'm asking because I don't know what they normally go for.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they're the one. There's part of that the whole list of guns that can't be imported anymore. So yeah, the prices is.
Ah, gotcha.
But I tell you what, I tell you, there's two rifles out there right now that I really have my eye on. That that Bren from CZ. Oh, I love that. I think that is just a sexy little gun. And then there's the that new IWI that shoots the AK-40. That my mind just took a shit. Shoots 7.62 by 39 round, and I
You're talking
love
about
that
the
thing.
one with the like the multiple barrel type thing?
Yeah,
Okay, okay, yeah. That was pretty cool.
but
What is it? The IWI makes it, and then
Gal-
there's another company that made their
Galil.
own.
Yeah, that's what that's what I was talking about. The
The
Galil.
something six. Yeah, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like really cool setup.
I don't know. There's a whole ton of guns up there I'd like to have. Probably never will. Uh, Eventually, I will have a Chris Vector. That I promise.
Oh, the shotgun. It was a shotgun, and the cylinder was like freaking massive.
Hmm.
It was like a 5 or 6 shot cylinder, and it was for shotgun. And you could make it an actual shotgun itself, or you could use it as an adapter kit.
Hmm.
Yeah, they just came out with it for Shot Show, I believe.
Yeah, because I've never heard of that.
Yeah, we showed it on one of the who did it? I forgot who had the live stream for it, but it was one of the guns with the IWI also that we were talking about.
Um. Now
Maybe it was Flippy. I don't remember.
now let me ask you guys. Maybe one of y'all know, is Kalishnikov USA going to start producing 7.62 by 39 rounds or rifles? Because
Damn if I know.
right now all I've seen is the shotguns. I've not seen any rifles come out of there yet. Just shotguns.
They keep saying they're going to, but I haven't seen one yet.
That will be interesting if they do. I
Maybe
would
they're
like
still going through the process of getting the right paperwork for it. I don't know.
if they can put one out that was as good as the original AKs. Yeah, that'd be the one to have, I think.
What state did they put their factory in?
Oh, I don't know. Hopefully, it wasn't Illinois.
That's true. Or New
Hopefully,
York or California.
yeah. That let's take a look here.
Has anybody actually fired one of their shotguns? Do you guys
I
know
haven't.
if they're good or not?
Nope, I haven't even seen one yet.
Let's see. Kalishnikov USA. Maybe I can find out where they're located here. Contact. Regional sales. That's not what I'm looking for. Technical questions, customer service. I see a lot of phone numbers, but where is the 754 area code?
It's Broward County, Florida.
There you go. It's in a free state so far.
That's where that shooting was, wasn't it? Broward County?
Yep.
Damn.
But that's where all the phone numbers are going.
754 is Florida.
Yep. So now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yep. G.I. Joe.
Well, boys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to bed. Outlaw, John, Chaz. Jez. Jesus, I just called you Jez.
As long as you don't call him Jizz, I guess you're okay.
I've had a little bit of vodka, so yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So good night, guys. Appreciate the chat.
See you
good
later,
night.
Russ. Yeah, I'm gonna head out too. I gotta try to get some sleep.
Yep. Guys, we're shutting it down for the night. Hopefully I'll have that gun to show y'all tomorrow night.
I
If
think
not,
Gun Beauty's running a live chat right now. So
okay, guys, y'all have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Everybody go to bed, get some sleep. I know we're all beat.
Have a good night,
guys.
everyone.
good night.